my dad had made for testing electrical circuits when they were remodeling the garage into a family room, and I plugged it straight into line voltage, and no transformer, 120 volts going straight through it. It buzzed for about 2 seconds, and it glowed really nice, bright blue, and then it kind of fizzled and smoked.
All the smoke out.
All the smoke went out. Okay.
When you start running the voltage the wrong way, you really crank it up, and you're like, what's that burning smell?
All right, we are live.
Okay. My name is Mike.
Hi, Mike.
I'm an engineer at SparkFun, and the reason I'm here is because I developed the Spectacle line, which is intended... Grab that, move it out of the way. Spectacle is intended to allow folks like yourselves to program up lighting, sound, and motion with minimal programming experience. It's all sort of a point-and-click system. You lose a little bit of the versatility that you would get by writing code, but you gain a lot on the back end of not having to know how to code stuff. So this is the Spectacle website right here, and I have this very simple Spectacle system, which is what we call a director board and a light board, and this is all you need to add lighting to a model or to whatever it is you're building, for that matter. Plug in.
Yeah, we can light female figures.
You could.
Make their eyes glow.
You'll laugh, but I actually have one I want to do that too.
So I thought you might enjoy the Larson scanner.
There we go.
So like, you know, Cylon eyes or what have you.
Or the kit,
car.
The kit car, yep.
Although you need a lot smaller one.
In order to program that up, this is another fun feature of Spectacle. Most stuff requires that you go through USB, you have drivers to worry about, you have all this painful, potentially painful stuff to work on. Spectacle actually programs through your audio jack. So you can actually do it on a cell phone, unless your cell phone, like mine, doesn't have an audio jack, which is sort of the direction things are going.
Sorry, what's the URL for Spectacle?
If you go to spectacle.sparkfun.com, there's a page, I believe that links back to the app. And if you go to www.sparkfun.com/spectacle, there's a page with more information about it. Or if you just go to sparkfun.com and search for Spectacle.
Smart as in brain?
SparkFun.
Spark as in, okay.
As in spark.
As an explosion.
Yeah. I'll move my beard out of the way so you can read my shirt.
Sorry, my ears are eating.
Yeah.
Huh? Exactly.
So all you do for this, you add the boards that you want. I'll start from scratch, actually. So you go in, you add a light board. I'm afraid it's going to not like that. I've got no Wi-Fi.
There should be Wi-Fi available for you.
I can't remember. There's no password.
Okay, let me make sure that I get them all here. Normally, I would expect this to work without Wi-Fi.
Fairgrounds,
Yeah.
I do. I was just testing.
The bird means what you think it does.
But your body language betrays you.
Anybody use that for?
Okay.
demonstration tactics.
Oh, sweet.
So we've got a light board on here now. Looking at it from the perspective. Okay. So we just add an action. Different types of lighting actions that we've got. We have one that's a rainbow effect where it fades a color of a rainbow, sets the whole thing up to be rainbow colored and then fades the colors through the rainbow. We have the theater chase, which is the sort of marquee sort of effect. The scanning effect, which you see, we have twinkling, lightning, flame, which might actually be really useful.
Yeah.
Let's actually take a look at what the flame effect looks like. So, I'm not going to plug that in just yet. Flame effect, flame color, we'll make it red. Channel 0 is active. It's all done by just numbers. So, channel 0, make fire on light strip number 0 because I've got it plugged into 0 on here. And the light strip has, we'll just say 550. Go back. And the board. A virtual board allows you to set up things like just turn it on, or randomly turn it on, or turn it on periodically, things like that. And this is really kind of cool. I'm going to turn the volume down for this. But when you... Does that sound familiar to anyone?
Yes, it does.
It's basically a very similar code to the method of modem, like to the old modems.
Yeah.
So we do reset, program button, release the reset button. Installing. Reset that. And of course you get demo day.
Yeah. We all understand that.
There's actually a second power plug on here. If you do more than just a few LEDs, it wants to be powered remotely. Because this connection through here it's fairly thin wire, so it's not gonna. And so you get sort of a flickery, flame-like effect.
Yeah, and it's changing colors slightly.
I was going to say, is it changing color or am I just...
Yeah, it's...
No,
Not just you.
You're just drunk again.
Says the guy's drinking a can.
So that's the flame effect. You can cut this strip to be as short or as long as you want. They come in lengths up to 60. Where's the box that was on the table?
So does it know how many LEDs are in the string?
Yes, you check. That's one of the 3 or 4 parameters that you set is how many LEDs.
Right. And they're all individually addressable LEDs.
They're all individually addressable. So we also have, let's see, these are the larger size. But we have these in the smaller size.
Oh,
Yeah. We also have the, what are they, 5mm, I think?
Could you hold those up a little bit better? I've got the Mario box in my way. Wow.
And these, we have these as addressables as well. So if you're up for a little soldering, which you normally don't have to do much of with Spectacle, you can actually solder these in to the 3 wires that come out of this board and have a single endpoint, or daisy chain where you have multiple endpoints for that. We also have these ring-shaped ones in a couple of different sizes. And these can actually be used with Spectacle as well. Again, you have to do a little bit of soldering.
I'm not afraid of that.
I'm not afraid of that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
In theory.
We do sell also the battery packs. We sell several sizes, from a fairly large one that would probably run a model like this for the whole day at an event, down to these smaller ones that can be embedded but are going to last for, you know, right. They're going to be shorter lived. And then this is a demo project that I put together for the Spectacle line right when we release it. It actually is a good demo for both sound and motion. You push the button, Mario jumps and hits the block, and a sound goes off. If you look at the back, you can see I've got power coming in and routing to the 2 of the 3 Spectacle boards, the motion board and the director board. And then I've got a button board that's connected to the button, and a servo board and a sound board. And all that is done in there is based on timing. There's no triggering. There's no button in the block that Mario hits. It's all just timing. So there's simple delay mechanisms on the different actions on the sound, on when each servo motor fires, those things. But this was built again in this Spectacle app, so it's all just click and fill in numbers and fields, and no programming, no code, no nothing. So it's nice and simple. It's really quite powerful. Not as powerful as if you're going to write code in like Arduino or something. Right. But definitely saves you a lot of time over doing something in Arduino. So those are the things that I brought. Now I'd like to ask if you have any questions. If there's anything like I can individually help out with.
Because you're the one with the electronics project.
Battery packs, what's the output on those? 3 volts?
5 volts. Yeah, they can also be used to charge a phone. That's what their primary application is for additional cell phone life, or charging tablets or whatever.
Even the bigger ones are 5 volts?
Even the bigger ones are 5 volts. The bigger one has actually has 2 outputs. One of them is a 1 amp and one of them is a 2 amp output. And so you can actually run quite a bit of stuff off of those.
Well, and that one, how many milliamp hours will that run?
I want to say this one is a 7,000 milliamp hour package. These are 2,200, I think. The website might say that they're 8,000, but I took one apart and I took this one apart, and it says 7,000 milliamp hours on it. So.
And then how much current do the smaller batteries push?
You know, I think they say they're rated for 1 amp.
If you're lighting LEDs, that's more than
Yeah.
Spectacle board is 5 volts?
Yep, the spectacle board is 5 volts. The whole thing runs on 5 volts. That's 5 volts on the power here as well. For that button board that I showed you, all you need to do for a button on that is take 2 wires out to your button, and it's got no solder-free connectors on there. You just strip a little bit of wire off the end and poke it home.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not even the kind that have screw terminals. They're just delightful little, you just push it in there and it grabs on.
What comes out of the end of the model? Is it just those yellow and red leads? Is that all that needs to come out of the back of the model? Or
This is all that needs to come out. This is all you need. And then if you wanted to, you could always splice in some, depending on how many LEDs you're running in, you could always splice some thinner wire in.
Okay. Well, I guess when I'm building, do I have to build with the battery pack and everything assembled, or can I just put the LED and have the leads come out and connect it at the end?
Yep, just have the LEDs coming out and the leads connect at the end of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the maximum current draw?
When it's not doing anything, this guy sits at about 40 milliamps. And then each additional board that you adds like about another 30-40 milliamps. And then, of course, it varies tremendously when you start adding LEDs or sound. The sound board has a micro SD card that you store the sounds on, and you just store the sound. Unfortunately, it's not MP3 or WAV format. It's a format called OGG, but there's a file converter that's super easy to use, and we've got instructions on our website for how to convert your files over to OGG files. And you can play, I think it was up to 99 different sounds triggered off of different inputs. You're going to run out of inputs before you run out of sounds. But you could, you could have it as simple as it just plays a sound every so often. You get a random output that just, makes R2-D2 squeak or whatever sound you have.
Recommendation on something that needs to branch considerably, like 2 different strips, or?
I might, in that case, I think you got here a little late, so you probably missed.
I did.
You probably missed when I pulled these guys out, but we sell. Come on. We sell small individual LEDs. This has 4 leads on it. And if you're not afraid to do a little bit of soldering, you can actually solder these things up into a strip to mimic this, and then solder the wire as long as you need it to be.
Will software pick up the new head, or is that?
Yes, if you grab the right ones of these, the